Okay. Hopefully that works.
Hopefully it works.
Oh my God, we're finally back, bro. It is. I won't even say the date. I will. It's the 10th of August, and we haven't recorded since the 27th of April.
Yeah, shit. That's like 3 months.
3 months. We've had everyone who's involved in the podcast has had their birthday come and go. We recorded the last time on your birthday, April 27th, and July 29th was my birthday, and it's gone.
Yeah, and we're doing this without Antonio.
Yeah, because Antonio is in, what's that country called? The UK.
Yeah, he's in London specifically.
Yeah, having a great old time. Sorry, okay, here's the situation. We had an audio guy, and unfortunately,
he is a busy boy.
Yeah, I just swallowed into the microphone, by the way. We're kind of rusty as well. Our audio guy is a very busy guy, and no shade to him. We just couldn't work on his schedule if we wanted to record the podcast frequently. I mean, we haven't, but if we really wanted to get to a frequent basis, we wouldn't be able to record as frequently because he's always busy. So we're using 2 USB mics, which isn't the most ideal setup at all.
No. But we miss him. We miss you.
We miss you, big man.
I don't think we should say his name, do we? No. We'll just say we miss you.
Yeah, I mean, we've probably said his name before, but...
We miss you.
We miss you, big man. Okay, yeah, so now we're recording episode 3.
And we're also recording without Antonio.
Yes, Antonio, as we said, is in London, our producer. So he would be listening in right now on the headphones.
Yep.
I don't know if this is coming out well, man. We're just going to have to freestyle it. But that's fine.
I don't know. My audio's looking a little bit... Oh, never mind. Okay. I just need to speak a little bit louder.
I guess so. And I've been yapping for most of the time, so
yeah,
it makes sense why the audio doesn't look as thick. But yeah. How have you been in the last 3 months, man?
A lot of things have happened. Yeah, a shit ton has happened in the last 3 months. Well, for one, we're almost done with our bachelor degrees.
Finally.
Almost. We still have like a month.
We were
half a month.
We were like a month into it last time we recorded.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, we had that. I went through another breakup.
You went through a whole relationship and a breakup.
Yo.
I'm moving. Crazy.
You're moving.
You moved.
Within the city.
Yeah.
I moved, yeah.
Uh-huh.
What else? I shot a short film, which is The Bachelor.
I shot a short film as well. I had a visa expire, lose my mind, and managed to get another visa. Yay. Fun.
I came off my medication.
Yeah.
And now I'm stabilized too.
Let's go. Hell yeah. Bro, it doesn't matter.
I think that's probably all that happened.
Yeah. Tate moved into a new place, and this new place, guys, is loud as hell.
Yeah, well, I'm right on pretty much like the main street of this area, this district kind of thing.
Yeah, so
you can hear every tram. You hear at least 5 ambulances a day, minimum. 10 to 15 on a bad day.
On a weekend. On a weekend or during the Euros.
On a bad day for everyone else.
Yeah.
And then there's like a music hall things / like a beer garden type thing happening like nearby. Mm-hmm. So you always hear noise from there.
Yeah, protests usually happen in this area as well. So yeah, there's a lot going on, man. But hey, it's the biggest room, and I haven't moved yet. I think once I move, then we can start recording at my place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I also live in a pretty quiet street, thank God.
Yup. And you'll have a bigger room.
And I'll have a bigger room.
So we can actually make a setup.
That's so crazy. I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for that. Wow. Yeah.
Actually, we forgot the most important thing that's happened in the last 3 months. I watched The Fast and the Furious.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So, Tate hadn't watched any of the Fast and the Furious movies.
Not a single one.
Yeah. For the sake of a gathering, Antonio and I decided that we would watch Fast 5 first. The issue with that was, I grew up with these... I keep hitting the mic. I grew up with these movies. So, even though I hadn't watched them in a while, when I watched Fast 5 for the first time, everything came to me so naturally because I remembered everything that had happened. But for someone who had never watched any of the films,
me,
yeah,
that was an experience I didn't quite enjoy. Also, we watched it with 10 people.
Yeah, people were
and that's
yapping,
what happens when you're
and-
watching a movie with like a bunch of people not in a cinema, is you won't know what the fuck is happening on screen.
Yes, but like I think Fast and the Furious was the first movie where stupid shit was happening on screen, like really stupid shit was happening on screen. So for a crowd, that makes more sense. Whereas the first Fast and Furious is a bit more of an intimate story.
Yeah, it's a lot more serious. It's, as my dad described it, just Point Break with cars.
Yeah, that's a really good description.
Yeah.
It's a really good description.
Both have a lot of tension.
Yeah.
A lot of homoerotic
Eventually it'll
tension.
become the Avengers with cars. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Damn.
Yeah.
I hope they keep the homoeroticism. It's like the best part. Damn. No, that's right, because he has like a wife now.
No, The Rock comes in and he
Takes over it?
I mean, I don't... Man, is he even in the 9th and 10th movie? Because, okay, here's the thing.
Does Paul Walker no longer in the series?
Paul Walker died in 2013, Tate.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
2013?
No, I don't like that.
Hold on.
He was a bad actor, but I really liked him.
Hold on, let me see when he passed away. I'm pretty sure
Shit,
that was
rest in
2013.
peace, Brian O'Connor.
I was messed up when he died, man. That was...
Fuck, yeah, because... I don't know when the Fast 5 was released, but Fast 4 was in 2009.
Yeah.
Because I just Googled that.
Yeah, Fast 5 was released in 2011. And then...
Oh my god, he wasn't there for Fast 6.
Yeah, Fast 6 and Furious 7, they had already recorded some bits of the movies when he passed away. And then this was the first time they ever used, like... They basically used his brothers as stand-ins and then just, like, CGI'd over him. It was actually... Sounds horrible.
I'm actually really... I am mourning right now.
But it was pretty good.
I liked him as a main character.
Yeah, same.
Like, there's no substance to him. That was what was nice.
Yeah.
He was just like a being that you can kind of insert yourself onto.
He said, forget
Except
about it,
he was a cop, you know.
That's true.
Every time my dad would pop in, when me and my mom were watching, he'd be like, oh, is he still a pig?
Real. But yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he died in a car crash. Driving a Porsche Carrera GT.
It's not funny.
Yeah, and the Porsche Carrera GT, infamous for being a very dangerous car to drive.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but it's so funny.
Yeah, it was I was so crushed and he passed away. I was 11.
Okay, so but they replaced him and Vin Diesel's like tension with a new guy.
Not really.
It's not as good as it was.
It's kind of just pivoted into something entirely different. I mean, it was already becoming entirely different when he passed. But yeah, you'll get to it. You'll get there, man.
Wow, this is. I was so excited to see more Paul Walker in the next movies.
This is like if Good Will Hunting had like multiple sequels, then you find out that Robin Williams passed away.
Yes,
like,
that's exactly
what the hell's going on? Yeah,
this is really devastating because he had a whole movie. Like the second one was just about him.
Yes,
and like I forgot the actor's name, but the Roman Pierce is the character.
Tyrese Gibson. Oh yeah,
Tyrese Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is actually fucking with me a little bit.
I get it, man. It's okay. I'll let you have your moment.
A car-related incident?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
The last time I heard about like an actor dying from a car-related thing was the guy that played the Star Trek character, the Russian Star Trek character. He got out of his car to check something, didn't put like the car in stop or something like that, and his own car ran over him.
Oh,
because it was on a hill.
That's horrible.
He was like 28.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, and they had just, I think, finished the filming of the last film, and like the next one was supposed to have him as like a even more major role, and he just like died.
That's really rough. Yeah. I think the technology they used for like using his brothers as stand-ins was what Disney was like, oh, we can just, anyone that's dead. We could Carrie Fisher. Come over here. Get out of the coffin, Carrie. Make us some billions. Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
you're 90
Until
and
you're 90,
older.
man. Yeah, which is so funny that they kept, bro. Okay, we just watched Deadpool and Wolverine.
I watched it twice.
You watched it twice.
I watched it with my family when I went to visit them.
It just felt so weird that he kept making those jokes and they were true.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the movie felt like your really rich friend that's always saying like fuck capitalism. It was like, okay,
that's
but
a good point, actually.
you
still are.
You're about that life, bro. You're still exploiting everyone. You know what I mean? And that's how the movie felt a lot of the time.
Yeah. I will appreciate, though, as someone who didn't really watch a lot of Wolverine, just Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. I thought he was fun.
He is.
Didn't expect him to use so many pet names, but that was fun.
There are so many series that I ate up that you haven't watched. You haven't watched any of the X-Men movies, right?
I've watched one. No, actually, I've watched two. One, I don't remember which one it is. The other one is Magneto, when we first get his like intro when he was in like a kid in World War II. And
Is
you
it
get
the
that
one
whole,
with Michael Fassbender?
like when they're young.
X-Men First Class.
Yeah, that's the one I watched.
I think I would say the second best.
Oh, and
one.
I watched Logan.
Okay, so you watched the
Watched
two really
Logan.
good ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're still a fun watch.
But I did like at the end of the Wolverine Deadpool movie, there was like the, behind the scenes of all the X-Men movies. I do appreciate the old costumes.
They were pretty cool. It was
Because they weren't making us believe it was real. They were just like, this is like another universe.
It was a weird time when superhero movies were trying to be like above it. So like a lot of the jokes were like, why would we dress like they do in the comics? You know what I mean? And it was like they were taking themselves
too
seriously at the time, but were as goofy as they were.
Yeah.
Campy as hell.
It was so campy, and I really missed that.
Yeah, and now we're in a weird place where they're too unserious.
But I also, to be fair, I think like what really is annoying about the new movies is less the writing. The writing isn't great either, but it's
No.
like the cinematography.
Yeah, because it doesn't exist. Every time I see a
Yeah.
DOP credited in a Marvel film, I'm like, hey man,
what did you do? Sit?
Yeah,
Did you just watch?
yeah, I guess so. Like, okay, we're gonna put the actors in front of this green background, and then
And then let's make the magic happen to underpaid people later.
exactly. But then next shot, this green background. Hell yeah.
Maybe we'll switch it up with like a blue background.
Oh shit. Yeah, bro, it drives me insane that unless a scene in a Marvel film is in a house, it's
Yeah.
just green screen. A forest, probably gonna be
Green screen.
Green screen. Have you watched Spider-Man No Way Home?
Is that the third one?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I know what happens.
But like at the end, Peter visits Aunt May's grave.
Yeah. I did not know she died, but
CGI everything. Like
it's not that hard to make a fake tombstone.
the tombstone is real, but like
Oh.
the set is like it's in a warehouse.
Oh my god, just go to a fucking location.
Yeah.
It's not horrendous.
It's not
Also, it would help the actors like 10 times more.
Yeah, I mean like we're complaining, but I mean Disney's gonna cut corners whenever they can to make the most money, right?
Yeah,
But it's still
but we can hope for more.
So ridiculous where it's like it would have cost you. I saw a student film get made, and they were able to find like a cemetery to film at.
Yeah.
And like fully legally, like they weren't doing any weird stuff. Student film, it would have cost you guys less than $1,000 to just do that. You could have gone with a DOP and a gaffer, and that's it. And yeah, DOP is a director of photography, by the way, guys. For those who don't know what that means, because. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I just realized we changed our name. Welcome to Twink Peaks. Rest in peace to Almost Parisians. I still love that name.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like a special place in my heart.
Yeah, but all our friends who actually have like a career in anything online weren't the biggest fans of it. And then we came across Twink Peaks, and we were like, hey.
Yeah. Funny enough, though, still never watched Twin Peaks.
Never watched Twin Peaks, but like...
It's okay. Maybe we'll make a whole episode about our thoughts about the movie and then the series.
And the series.
I don't know if there's like more than one movie. I think it's only one.
think-
And then a series.
Probably.
My mom likes it.
Okay, good. Donald Glover described Atlanta as like Twin Peaks with niggas. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Twin Peaks is apparently really fucking weird.
So yeah, I mean, probably gonna watch Twin Peaks sooner than later.
Yeah, I mean, we're using it to make content, so.
No, we're using Twinks to make content. Tate.
My bad.
Yeah, shout out to Will. Yeah. Okay, well, let's look at the topic list. It seemed the conversation was pretty organic up until then.
Yeah, let's make it inorganic now.
I wrote down that this is a thought I've had for ages. You don't listen to many podcasts.
No. I stopped listening for quite a bit because life became so overwhelming that I didn't want to hear other people's voices directly into my ears without seeing them.
That's kind of how I am right now. I have listened to way too many podcasts, and there is a whole section where it's just like comedians setting up podcasts because it helps them a lot. A lot of them have like Patreons and stuff, so that funds them like going on tour and being able to get bigger venues. And generally, like if I am Shane Gillis, people will only see me touring in America, but if I have a podcast, people can hear me do my funny things.
True.
Kind of worldwide.
It's accessible.
Yeah, but comedians, most of them, Shane Gillis, generally like his stuff.
They're not as funny in podcasts.
Not as that's not what I'm getting.
Not him, because I don't know who you're talking about. But just comedians generally, yeah, I don't think are
he's
as
done
funny.
things. He has controversies. I think here's the thing with like comedians and musicians. The bar kind of has to be low for you, man. Because if you have a high bar for what you expect of these people, you're gonna have no one, obviously.
Yeah, because I think musicians are historically the worst people in the world. Except if you want to like bar politicians.
If they're like touching kids or something like that, then you know. But yeah, hey, wherever you draw the line is how I will view you, I guess. But Shane Gillis, whatever. I would say that
I'm gonna quickly Google him because I don't really know who he is.
Because he's like associated with people like what Andrew Santino, Bobby Lee, Joe Rogan, Tom Segura.
Oh my God, this guy!
Yes,
I've seen his face before.
Yeah,
I can't think of anything.
He was on SNL for like 5 seconds, and then an old clip of I think him.
He seems like a BuzzFeed kind of guy.
An Asian accent came up, and then he got fired immediately. But he was on SNL recently again because he's blown up.
He looks like a guy that like started his career in BuzzFeed.
He did not. He was like full comedy. I think he started off as a writer.
Damn.
Yeah. So, what was I saying? Comedians sit with each other and just yap on and on and on and on and on about how important comedy is and how hard and skillful it is. And it's the most unbearable thing to listen to, bro.
Biggest dick sucking competition.
Honestly,
trying to like justify every life decision.
Yes, and like so the reason I'm saying all of this is I wrote down that I'd rather listen to funny niggas than comedians, and that's honestly how I feel about my life in general.
Wait, what's the difference for you?
So, my cousin Toya, really funny guy.
My husband,
really funny guy. I would rather listen to him speak for the rest of my life than like go to a comedy show or something like that.
Yeah.
But
you also have like a lot of context, so everything becomes funnier because you have history with him.
That's true. But even like random clips on the internet that I find really funny, more often than not, it's just like two friends talking to each other than two comedians talking to each other.
Like what are those two white guys? Fuck, there's so many of
twins.
them.
Yep.
Oh shit. No, wait.
Roman Polanski and Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't remember. I just know they're two white guys. They just like one of them. No, well, they're both kind of stupid, in some way. But they just seem like two guys, just friends.
I think I know who you're talking about, but whatever. I think
this guy.
Joe Santagato and his friend, and I've forgotten his friend's name.
But yes,
hilarious. Love those two so much.
They just seem like two guys.
I love those two so much. I think Joe might have pursued comedy at one point. I'm not too sure, but I think he just started off making like YouTube videos and stuff. But whatever. Love those two. Love those two so much. Man, I lost my point here. I don't know. Listening to comedians is just really annoying. And I think, especially right now, they will get into a room, they'll talk to each other being like, oh, how did you get your start? All of that is pretty interesting. And they'll be like, it's just so hard to say things nowadays, guys. It's just so hard.
See, I think
to say anything.
What makes the difference between just two guys, like people that are funny versus comedians, is comedians work their best when they have a scripted point, you know?
That's true. I mean, I would say a lot of them
I think
can just like riff, but I guess as you go further and further into your career, that's something that you might lose. I don't know.
Yeah, because like,
I guess when a camera's on, they just immediately switch to performance mode, so they might not be as malleable and like goofing around.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's not us, because we're not funny enough to be comedians.
No. People have told me to maybe do comedy, and I've been like, here's the thing. You find me funny in person, but I can't write an hour of jokes. And
I wouldn't want to see you write an hour of jokes.
No. That would be
that would take
bad.
The essence out of you.
Thank you. I think
it was I think it was more of like a statement than anything else.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. True.
Shit.
There's something else I wanted to say. No. My podcast brain is not here today. Comedians being annoying, maybe? Is that what it was?
I think it was.
Oh, what I wanted to say was, one thing I'm a bit confused about is, maybe 5 years ago, there were a lot more comedians I liked. And now, there are a lot less.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether the quality of comedy has gone down. I think it has. But whether also, like, I've just changed as a person. Whether also, that is crazy English. I mean, I think it's quite a bit of both.
Yeah.
But, I just don't think there are many funny comedians right now.
No, I think, honestly, if you told me to name comedians I like, they're all comedians that I liked 4 years ago, and then they just didn't do anything weird to make me unlike them. Like James A. Caster.
He's cool.
Yeah, he's just a weird little guy. Or Rashid Ayawadi.
I think Ricky Gervais used to be funny and now just isn't anymore, because as soon as he gets on stage, he's like, people don't think I'm funny, but that's because
the liberals are at it again.
It's like, bro, like, no, you're not funny because that's all you focus on now. It's the same with Dave Chappelle, where like 3 comedy specials ago, he said, I'm done talking about this trans stuff, and then just talks about trans people for another hour.
You know, what I like to do to make myself like find this situation extra funny is I like to imagine that they talk about trans people so much because secretly they are, and that's the only way they can like let out that part of themselves.
I'm secretly a car then.
That's how I like to make myself feel better, you know? I'm like, yeah, you're just like so obsessed with us.
The fixation is kind of crazy.
Us.
The fixation is kind of crazy. Yeah. Like Dave Chappelle being like, damn, we can't say anything anymore. But Netflix did just pay me $40 million for the last 3 specials I've done. The biggest streaming service in the world keeps throwing tens of millions of dollars at me.
I can't
say anything.
I can't help it.
I can't say anything these days, even though the biggest platform in the world keeps giving me more money to say things. This is so weird,
This is so crazy.
Yeah.
It's like this weird victim complex.
Yeah.
It's just because they're running out of jokes. They're running out of steam, so like they gotta make themselves the victims because that's the only way they're gonna stay in like the spotlight.
Yeah, like Dave Chappelle lives on a farm in Ohio.
Oh my god, Ohio?
Yeah, just because
that's what's wrong with him.
I don't know if he grew up there, but like the reason I'm saying that is, bro, just chill out on it. Just chill out on it. Just chill. Yeah, because
there's like 5 people in Ohio. You don't have to talk to anyone. Just live.
The Chappelle Show, nuts, hilarious though.
Is that a new one or an old one?
No. The Chappelle Show is kind of what blew him up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my pop culture knowledge in comedian realm is like very limited.
It's okay. It was also, I don't know how many white people interacted with the Chappelle Show.
Yeah.
It was big,
I mean,
but I
case in
don't
point.
know. Yeah, but you also didn't know anything until you were 14.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Did we talk about this before?
I don't know if we probably have, but like Tate didn't know Jesus.
I didn't know who Jesus was until I was 12 when I moved outside of Switzerland to the Netherlands.
Yeah.
I like heard his name before I was 12. But every time someone tried to explain to me, especially when it was like Christmas time, I was like, okay.
You've lived in like the most asexual countries though, so it makes sense. Like the most bland, middle of the road, nothing's okay. Not saying that's what asexual people are.
Watch your mouth.
Sorry guys. Nothing countries. I mean,
quite literally. I was in a village in Switzerland. That's like as nothing as it gets.
Yeah.
I was living with less than 2,000 people. Less people were living in my village than in the high school I went to in the Netherlands.
That's crazy. But also the high school you went to is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like, no, well, the high school I went to... Now, I can't remember if the high school itself had 2,000 people or if the school, including the primary, had 2,000.
Okay.
It's one of the two.
Okay. 2,000 people in a high school.
We were like more than 200 per year.
Insane. Ooh, we were...
And we were like from year 7 to year 13. What's quick maths?
Sorry, I'm zoned out. What are you talking about?
There's 7 years in our high school.
200 people?
And there was at
So
least
like
at least 200.
Okay, so like 1,400 minimum, I guess.
So we were probably like 2,000.
That's crazy.
In just the high school. And then like 1,000 in our primary section.
Huh. I think before I joined our high school, we were about 120. They were about 120 a year. And then from my year onwards, it was kind of like declining and stuff.
Damn. I was fully convinced I knew everyone in my year, and then people kept popping up, and I was like, I've never seen you a day in my life, and you've gone here for 5 years?
Yeah, that's insane. No, I did not go to school that big. I mean, but I went to a big school, though. I guess it's just...
Because like Anthony, my best friend, had been to my school for a whole year before I knew they existed. I met them in gym class, and I was like, how have you been here a whole year, and I've never seen you once?
A whole year?
Not once had I seen them.
How many classes
And I think they
have?
actually had heard about me. So that made me feel worse.
Wait, damn.
It's because I lost my phone on a school trip in like one of the World War I trenches. And that... I actually did find it. It was, in fact, in the trenches.
Real swag.
And they heard about me because I was crying about it. Because I was 14 and didn't want to lose my phone, and I was scared I wasn't going to get a new one.
Why was that a story people were telling?
Because I was the last person to get on the bus because we had to delay the trip because my phone was lost.
Yeah. Okay. Karen. I'm kidding. What did I want to say about... Oh. No, I almost made a joke about why you might have been popular. Then I remembered you were like a kid, and I was like,
wait, make the joke just for me.
I was gonna be like, yo, are you about you? Because everyone was like, damn, Tate thick as hell. And I was like, wait. No Diddy, guys.
I'm sure that's why some people like me.
Yep.
We actually had one guy, will not say his name.
Okay.
I wish I could because he's a fucking creep.
You can say his name and just bleep it out.
I won't.
Okay.
I've learned my lesson. Too many bleeps in the last episodes.
Yeah.
I'm not He used to date this girl in my year.
Wait,
he was also in my year.
Oh.
And after her, he said some things to his friends about like, oh, I wish I had like raped her when they went to a party.
Sorry?
Yeah. So he said that about his ex. And then all of his friends were like, that's fucking weird. Told her. And then they told everyone else. So no one talked to him in our year. And then he started dating girls with like 2 years below. Because he couldn't date anyone older because everyone knew how fucking weird he was. So like he got what he deserved. Also, I like with the people he hung out with, they were never bad people from what I remember, but I was surprised they were willing to like snitch on him to his ex and then also like stop being his friend for saying shit like that. That took me by surprise. So kudos to them. Yeah. He was really weird. Just like consistently weird.
I don't even want to hear his name, to be honest with you.
He was Spanish. I feel like that says enough. Sorry to all my Spaniards out there.
How do I feel about Spanish people?
I I mean, I can't say shit about Spanish people. Because, like, yeah, I'm Scottish, but I'm also, like, part of Britain, so I don't have much of a leg to stand on.
I guess. You're like
colonizer versus colonizer, you know, white on white crime.
It's kind of crazy that you guys weren't able to, like, free yourselves from the shackles of England.
I know. We didn't do what the IRA did.
You didn't do what all of Africa did, bro. Like, what the fuck?
I know.
What the fuck are you guys doing in, like, the 70s and 80s?
I'm just, like, taking it up the ass, honestly.
Bro.
Because, dude, we've been, like, under their fucking rules since, what, 1100s?
Yeah, that's crazy. They didn't know we existed in the 1100s.
I think, no, because, like, the 1100s is when the Scottish independence wars were happening. So we were there. We were, like, already under their fucking clutch before.
Like, hey, guys, right now, they're losing their shit over literally nothing. Not literally nothing. A person got murdered, and they thought... I don't even want to get into this, man.
You mean the recent shit?
Yeah.
Where they started burning, like, mosques even though it had nothing to do with the shooter?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, the person who...
This white guy that killed a bunch of kids at, like, a dance rehearsal. There was, like, a Taylor Swift dance rehearsal thing.
I think he was Rwandan.
Really? I thought he was white. I heard he was just a white guy.
This is why I don't want to get into
it. Okay.
It's because I
heard it from my dad, so I didn't read the article myself.
Okay.
But then some other, like...
I don't even want to look it up.
Some other Tory-adjacent people. Basically, a bunch of white supremacists were like, this is the perfect opportunity. Let's go bomb a mosque.
The EDL, the English Defense League. Yeah.
Yep. Back to the IRA. Yeah. Wish the Scottish did what they did. I feel like a little bomb wouldn't hurt.
No,
just
not at all.
A couple.
I mean, like, bro, like, Nelson Mandela didn't go to jail for, like, slapping a white person. You know what I mean? Like... He was about that life.
He was.
He was about that life. Rest in peace to my boy Nelson. Send one up. What else do we have on this list?
Yeah, so any Scots out there, please start, like, pushing for independence because we need it.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, here's the thing. Not to make this... like boring, but does Scotland have an economy?
Not really. And we used to have an oil one. Used to.
What happened?
You know, we used to have a temperate forest in, like, most of Scotland.
What is a temperate forest?
Almost like a tropical forest.
Oh.
Yeah, and then it got completely fucking harvested.
Oh, damn. You guys were like...
Sorry, I thought so. A fucking weevil.
You guys were like kind of Caribbean.
We were... The OG island, yeah, because there are islands around. No, but that it got pretty much destroyed for the last, like, 1,000 years, so it doesn't really exist anymore. But we used to have basically a tropical forest thing happening.
And now you have
temperate forest,
like sheep and shit, man.
Yeah, and then we have our beautiful Highland cows. I love them. Stinky, but, you know, some of the best things are.
Some of the best things are stinky?
Stinky.
Yeah, I would say so. Cheese.
Kimchi. Honestly, kimchi's not even that stinky.
Yeah,
I don't know why
stinky.
People have that as a stereotype.
No, it's just like when people are like, oh, I don't like broccoli.
Yeah.
Grow up, Alex.
Is that actually someone? Oh, you just picked a random name?
No, I'm being dead ass. My homie Alex doesn't like broccoli.
Yeah, grow up.
Yeah,
broccoli is fantastic. One of the best vegetables out there.
So gas, man. So good.
That being said, hate its counterpart, the cauliflower.
Why?
I don't like the texture.
Oh my god, bruh. You were doing so well.
That being said, I also am not a big fan of Brussels sprouts, but I'll eat them. They're just not my favorite.
I can't remember having one ever, to be honest with you.
It's okay. They're not like that special, I don't think.
Okay.
But bell peppers? Love them.
See, I don't know about bell peppers because
I love bell
I don't know how I
peppers.
feel about their texture, and also they might give me stomach cramps, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah. The jury's still up on that one.
But I love bell peppers. Like, love them so much. Mm-hmm. That and bok choy.
I think, what's my favorite vegetable, man?
Sweet corn. I love sweet corn. I don't know if that's a vegetable. Is that a grain? I don't know my fruits.
Seriously. Say, I don't know my fruits. I want to say, is that a vegetable or a grape? Threw me off so much. Bro, I'm just going to be basic and say potato. No.
Yeah, I have a complicated relationship with potatoes.
Carrots are gas.
I have complicated relationships with both potatoes and carrots.
Oh, why?
Because I'm Danish, and a lot of Danish foods surround potatoes. Mm-hmm. So when I went to Denmark for like my year at folk high school, every fucking meal was a potato themed meal. Mm-hmm. And I just couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take boiled potatoes anymore. The thought of them made me want to gag. And I couldn't look at them for like actually a few months. And not only now am I slowly starting to like appreciate what they do for me.
Damn, Denmark was too wide for you, bro.
I hate Danish food so much. I hate Danish food. I hate German food. I actually hate a lot of Western food. Not the biggest fan of French food. I can enjoy it. Don't see why that would be anyone's favorite.
Ooh, just had like a weird burp. You know what's one thing that my brain doesn't do is when people say French food, my mind is blank.
I think of like, which is the biggest stereotype, frogs and like snails.
Oh, but, never indulged in that.
Just like very well cooked meats is what I think about when I think French foods. For some reason, I think also a lot of mushrooms, but I don't really like, other than stereotype foods, I can't think of anything that's French. Which is why I don't believe anyone when they say their favorite is French food.
What about like croissants and shit?
Yeah, but that barely counts as like a food, you know? It's like a pastry. I barely count that as a food. That's my sweet little treat.
Okay, I see.
Because the French do bread really well.
Yeah.
No matter like how much the Germans think they do bread the best.
How's Spanish food? What is Spanish food?
In my head, it's tapas.
Okay, because in my head,
it's like small little meals. And
the conclusion I'm coming to here is,
I don't know what the French and Spanish eat.
When your fascism is cooking, so are you.
Because Italian food is good. Oh, and Japanese food is good too.
Yep.
Yeah, but then Germany had its fascism, and it's not great. The food's not great.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. But they didn't have access to like water and stuff. I feel like when you have access to water, your food starts going a little different.
Fair.
When I say I like water, I mean like large
Coastal
bodies of water. Exactly. Yeah. Maybe I'm on.
What the fuck do Spanish people? I know what Portuguese people eat. Lots of fish.
Yeah. That checks out. I literally can't think of what like Spanish food is. Because here's the thing, right?
Because when I think Spanish food, I'm just thinking of Latin food, which is not the same.
I was about to say, like, don't let them think. Don't let them make you think. What the hell am I saying?
Because empanadas are not Spanish.
Exactly.
Okay, this is Spanish food. This shit looks good. This just kind of looks like
that's just seafood.
Portuguese food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, I know that the Spanish have a lot of good like sausages.
I'm having a cramp on my left thigh. Oh.
Okay, just a lot of like, I don't know how to explain this.
The guy's pretty good.
It looks good.
Yeah. I don't trust that Luna eats this though.
No, I don't think
like
Luna eats.
Has the most German Spanish family.
Yeah.
Where they also just have bread. And that's about it. And milk. Milk from the bottle.
You know, sometimes like Germans' food habits just like scream autistic because they will just eat the same bread with the same slice of cheese 3 meals a day and they'll be content.
I just feel like for a country that's like, obviously you guys did your little thing back in the 30s and 40s. But like,
you guys?
No. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about Germany as a whole, and you're not counted in that. But I feel like since then, I mean, I guess half of it was under Soviet rule. But I'm not here to bash on Soviet rule. Like, step up your game is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
honestly.
You guys are eating like you are hiding in tunnels. Like Dresden is being bombed still. Like, no.
Oh my God, I remember my mom going on a business trip once, and she explained to me like the traditional German meal they had, and it was like swan.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, no, I don't know how to feel about it either.
I'm a swan hater, so low key.
Yeah, because they... Oh, my
But
fucking
I don't
God.
feel like they would cook it well.
No.
I don't trust them to cook swan well. What did you just think of just now?
Oh, the swan that, like, yelled at me,
That was crazy.
like, 2 weeks ago?
You were just taking a photo of it, right?
I wasn't even looking at it.
Just went,
I purposefully don't make eye contact with geese and swan, just out of, like, respect for them. And fear. A lot of fear.
yeah.
A lot of fear and respect. Yeah.
Swans are fucked up. I don't like them.
Like God's fucking worst mistake.
What?
Swans.
They were God's worst mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I would say mosquitoes with malaria were God's worst mistake, personally.
No, I think that was purposeful.
That's crazy, Tate. That's so crazy. That's so wild. I think...
See, I can say that. Because God to me is just some guy. Like, he's not real.
No,
so
I'm
in my head,
saying-
he's just like some
no,
dude that's just like kind of petty.
I'm not saying it in that way. I'm saying it because, like, I was out here on my humanitarian thing saying that mosquitoes bad. And you're like, no, mosquitoes good.
No, I'm
That's
saying
horrible.
mosquitoes bad, but I'm saying God created them because they're
Get a lot of
bad.
this European guys not taking mosquitoes
No, I
seriously.
fucking hate mosquitoes. They love me. I can never go anywhere without at least one exploring my body.
What's your blood type?
I don't know.
How do you not know?
I have like all my medical records. Never found out what my blood type
You're
is.
21 years old, man. That's crazy that you don't know your blood type.
I don't think it's even in any of my medical documents.
That's crazy. When was the last time you got your blood drawn?
When I was in hospital on New Year's. 16.
Dude, that night. Okay, interesting. Interesting times.
We call it the New Year's night, me and my mom.
I see. That's a very creative name for you guys. By the
I know,
way.
right?
Yeah. When did it happen? By chance.
It was New Year's.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So I was writing down a bunch of topics for us to talk about
Yo.
recently, and I think
And I skimmed over them very
I
briefly.
think I just am losing my mind and I hate technology right now. Is the gist of it. Do
What do you hate lately?
any apps even actually make sense anymore?
Elaborate.
So, okay, I guess we're gonna go for the big ones because Pinterest will kind of always be Pinterest.
Oh, love that bad boy.
You know how we have a Pinterest board like me, you, and Luna?
Yeah.
They have ads within the boards now.
Yeah, I know.
That's kind of crazy.
Because I have a Pinterest board with like me and my friends for like the comic we have for like actual paneling, inspiration, and concepts and stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
big booty shorts.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Temu. You're like, what the hell?
I'm like, I don't remember adding this in this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No. So apps like, what are the apps we use? WhatsApp, Instagram.
Notion now.
No, that one doesn't count. I guess TikTok, even though neither of us use it.
Oh, do you mean like social media apps?
Yeah, social media apps mainly.
Facebook doesn't count.
Yeah, we
'Cause
don't
we
use
don't have
Facebook.
it.
Yeah.
We found out a friend of ours uses Facebook Reels when she's bored.
Yeah, which is like because she deleted Instagram. It's like,
Yep.
bro, it's the same company, man.
It's the same shit.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I think so. I think that's it.
even Spotify. If you
Letterboxd is also a big one for us because we're fucking disgusting.
that's very true. But my point is, yeah, if you woke up today, you've missed the last 10 years of life.
Like a little Captain America type thing.
Yeah, you're like, black people can what now? You know?
Those jokes always get me. I will not die. Every single time those jokes come up, I'm like, I have to give it a little chuckle.
Yeah.
Because,
Very
like,
good
realistically,
Yeah, but like
what would his reaction be?
Nick Fury, Nick go Fury. Stop talking to me.
Oh my God.
What was I saying? Oh, dude. Yeah, so you wake up and you're like, how do I connect with my friends? And they're like, we all use Spotify for music now. We all use Instagram for like general stuff. TikTok is big. WhatsApp for communication. Someone who's picking up these apps for the first time ever is going to just have an aneurysm because they make no sense. Instagram only makes sense because we've been using it for so long, but as an interface is so...
But it also changes all the time, and every time it changes, no one knows what the fuck is happening.
Yes, and because... So they do this thing, right, that a lot of big companies do where they want to test out a new feature. So, for example, being able to post like full posts, but on your close friends. If people hate that,
they just remove it.
No, if people hate that, they're too afraid that it's going to like tarnish the brand. So what they do is they say, okay, cool, we'll only introduce that feature to our Argentine market and our I don't know, Slovenian market. I don't know. And then if it works well there,
Slovenia's never been number one.
Yeah. If it works well there, then they'll put it on everyone else's Instagram. But what that means is that at like any given time, all of us have different Instagrams because we're all part of different test groups. And that's so annoying. Like some people, I'll pick up their phone and they still have the Instagram shop icon. It's like, I've never had the Instagram shop icon on my Instagram.
I have, and then they removed it from my thing. Now every time I open it up, it says it's not available in your country. And I'm like, motherfucker, I saved shit on there. Let me access what I saved. I don't know whose companies these are.
I have multiple different Instagram accounts, and they all have different interfaces. It's just so taxing. Like, it's taxing enough being on the apps already, but...
what's up with the Threads shit?
Threads is really annoying.
I haven't touched it. I don't really know what's happening. I feel like an old man when I look at it. I'm like,
it's
all these new features. I don't understand anything
anymore. It's just Twitter,
anymore.
but made by Meta, because Threads was made basically as Elon Musk bought Twitter and changed it to X because Mark Zuckerberg was like, he's gonna fuck this up, which he is.
He did.
So yeah, but Threads doesn't seem appealing at all. No, but Instagram just loves being like, hey, did you know that your mutual joined Threads? I don't care, bro.
Like, I don't even know who this person is.
Me getting notification that Tate got Threads will not make me get Threads, man. Not at all.
Or every time I get a notification from someone saying, here, invited you to join their broadcast channel. What the fuck is a broadcast channel?
So broadcast channel is just like
it's like, I also don't know who these people are. I only know this person.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's random as hell. Broadcast channel is just a way to interact with fans more, I guess. So if you, I don't know, make jewelry, for example, you'll make a broadcast channel, and then in the broadcast channel, you'll post like, hey guys, should I release this necklace? And then you can put up a poll and people can vote yes or no.
Yeah, but like Instagram stories exist.
Instagram stories exist, but broadcast channels are... If someone's in your broadcast channel, you know they interact with everything you do. Whereas stories, a lot of people are just passively swiping through. So a broadcast channel is a way to interact with the diehard fans, I guess.
I get.
Still annoying. Like, why does that exist on Instagram?
Also, I can imagine as like a content creator, that must seem like really fucking taxing to keep track of all of these different things.
Yes. Very much so. I'm surprised that our homie set up a broadcast channel, because that's a lot to experience all the time.
And they're always busy too.
Yeah. So the integration of Meta AI into all of the Meta apps is so stupid, bro. Like, this drives me insane. So you open WhatsApp, which we all use quite a lot. And there's a button that says, I don't want to use my iPhone. No, don't use. I don't want to use. I hope. Sorry.
It's still going.
Okay.
It only popped up now.
There might have been an audio issue there because I turned on my phone. But it says ask Meta AI or search.
Oh my God, I've never seen that before.
Let's see if it's on your phone.
Or maybe I'm just like stupid. I don't have that.
Okay, cool. Tate doesn't have it. See, that's the point. I'm in a market that has it, and you don't have it for some reason.
Oh my God, what is he reminding me of? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay, cool. So, since this is brand new to you, I'm just going to walk you through it, and I guess the audience.
And let's see if that makes sense.
So, you have a personal AI that you can talk to, and you can ask that AI to like generate stickers for you and photos of you. So, like, I
don't want AI touching my shit.
I asked it to make a photo of like R. Kelly dancing.
Oh my God, that's where you got that.
That's where I got it from, was from Meta AI. But it tells you like DIY backyard ideas. Imagine a gold boat. Good remote work routine. Poem of the day. These are the things that you can ask Meta AI, right?
Yeah.
but it doesn't make, when you search for messages, that feature hasn't been improved at all. So one thing that's really annoying is if I said in a message that I'm going to Munich on the 14th of August. If you want to look for that message, you would type in 14th.
Yeah.
The search feature does not detect that. If I type in 14th.
Oh my God.
It doesn't detect 14th.
No, you have to go into the individual person message,
but I don't know who I sent that to.
Oh,
so I'm lost. But I can ask WhatsApp to give me a film genre debate. For me to debate STEM or arts.
It's kind of like a rich boyfriend buying you new things so that you ignore all of his pre-existing issues.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, it's like, I feel inadequate in my career. Here's a car. It's like, thanks, man.
I feel like you never listen to me.
It's like...
Here's
Diane and Mr. Peanut Butter in BoJack Horseman, man.
Literally.
Yeah, and I just... in the last few weeks have grown so tired of being on any form of like online media, which I find really annoying because I just made a new Instagram account for like photography because I just wanted to post stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm also making a podcast I'm going to post online. So I'm as we all are, I'm participating in this.
Yeah.
But it's just so taxing, man, and there are always so many bots everywhere. And now because of stuff like companies like OpenAI, bots are really good at making it seem like they aren't bots. I've forgotten who posted about it, but they posted something on Twitter and it was they're a left-leaning like person. Mm-hmm. And someone replied arguing. But they had already seen that argument before somewhere and they were like, is this a bot? So they just typed in, they just replied to the message basically saying like, switch to default. And then the bot replied with like saying that it had reset itself. So it's like now Instagram comments that are genuine, like that you would think are genuine like comments could very well be bots. It's not like sexy girl 1 2 3 anymore. I mean, that still happens.
Bring back the original bots. Like I miss the ones where you could tell they were bots because that was funny.
Yeah, man, it gets on my nerves a lot these days, and somehow my screen time is still high, even though I'm so frustrated all the time. I mean, I know why, but
I also know why mine's so high.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to divulge that on this podcast. I have a private life.
Real. Tate.
I'm doing some dubious shit.
Loves furry stuff on Instagram, guys.
I only have a 1 hour and 15 minutes on Instagram.
Yeah, I have an hour now.
Also, I don't like furry stuff.
Yeah, and if you did, that would be fine.
I'm like not the biggest fan, but I'm not the biggest hater either.
No.
No.
You're very furry neutral, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like adults on gay people.
Adults?
Until the gay person is their child. Type shit. It's like it's
I'm
okay
fine,
if they're over there.
as long as it's not someone I know.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. But hey, another thing that has got me thinking about social media. Do we know too much about celebrities now?
Oh my God, yeah, so much.
Yes.
Too much, which is... I think, what's really annoying is we know too much about celebrities, but once we don't know enough about a celebrity, that brings them skyrockets them in like stardom. Yes. Because we don't know and we want to know. So then it's now more desirable to not know anything about a celebrity and want to know everything about than actually know everything about.
Yes. Hold on, I just want to check if the camera's still recording.
Also, I don't think any of that made sense when I said it out loud. Like if I think of like influencers became popular because they are like closer to the everyday person, and then like let's say Emma Chamberlain, she was the everyday person and then became a celebrity.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this actually.
That's okay. I can take over from you because I have an example.
Please do.
People being so obsessed with Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Because of how mysterious he is, I guess. That's like part of it. If Frank Ocean...
And Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yes. If Frank Ocean was transparent about the things he was doing, people wouldn't care as much.
No.
But if he was transparent, we probably he would probably have been cancelled for something.
Oh,
by now.
absolutely. I know they got some shady shit.
Yeah.
Shady opinions. We all do.
I just think it's a tough one because the more we know, then the more informed we are about whether we want to give someone our time and potentially money. But at the same time, it just creates so much noise. Yeah. Like, there's so many basketball players with podcasts now. And it's very cool that now you can hear like such deep insights that you weren't given access to because you'd only really hear them in interviews after the game. But now they can yap with their homies for an hour about like this one game 3 years ago that, you know, something crazy happened that you'd have never heard about. But on the flip side, then you can hear these guys be like, yeah, you know, I just really hate this group of people. And you're like, no. But at the same time, I'm glad I know that they hate that group of people now because now I know not to follow them.
Yeah. You know what's actually kind of interesting? Not exactly in the same realm, but I think part of the appeal of a pop star specifically is when you don't know much about their life. So, for example, Chappell Rowan became very famous, right?
Yes.
I don't want to know anything about her personal life.
No.
I want to know exactly nothing.
Yes. Because
I like her persona that she puts out as like a pop star. And if I find anything out about her personal life, even if it's like good things, I'm going to be disappointed. I don't need to know. She's not a person.
Yes.
I don't need her to be a person.
Which is a bit weird.
Which is fucked. Which is really fucked up.
Weird because now it's like dehumanizing the person.
Yes.
But then at the same time,
but that's why she has a persona.
I don't want to give her money if she's doing shady shit behind the scenes. So I want to know if she's doing shady shit behind the scenes. And
but I also don't want to know too much because like I want her to be like a persona to me, not a real person,
it's
because
just it's a continuous
easier.
Loop. Yeah. It's
because then I feel like weird if I know too much about a celebrity, because I'm like, I feel like I shouldn't know this first off, because if we were just talking face to face, I wouldn't know this information about you.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. So very quickly, Casey Neistat, YouTuber, might have a bit of weird views on certain conflict in the world right now, whatever. He, a few years ago, ran into these two YouTubers named Colin and Samir, who now have a pretty big podcast of their own and a pretty big YouTube channel of their own. But they met and said, yo, that interaction was really weird with Casey. And they were the biggest Casey Neistat fans. And the reason that they gave upon reflection was that because Casey Neistat posted like a daily vlog every day straight for like 3 years. And they were like, we saw all of Casey's life for 3 years. And he had never known that we existed. So when we bump into him, we're like, oh my God, I know your kid's name. I know what phone you use. I know what's your favorite like bakery. I know like what music you listen to and stuff.
I know when your grandma died.
And Casey's like, who the fuck are you? Yeah, I've never seen you before. And that is something that's pretty terrifying and something I think about very regularly, because there are a lot of celebrities, a lot less now I would say, but celebrities no, that's not true. I am trying really hard to not admire celebrities anymore at all.
Me too.
Yeah. And maybe just admire the things that they create, but who they are influences who they create.
Because
so
if I think about
that,
my like what I want to do as a filmmaker, I want to be known for what I've done, not necessarily for who I am.
Yeah.
Like, not that I've done fucked up shit.
Yeah.
But like, I'm producing this stuff. I want you to know me for this stuff. So when I like a celebrity, I'm like desperately trying to like them for their stuff and not who they are, because I'm like, that's what I would want if I was in their position.
Yeah. I just think we have too much time to think about this shit, maybe. Yeah. Let's start it. Hey.
It's also like easier.
World War III, hurry up. So I'm not thinking about this. I'm thinking about survival.
No, but then we're still thinking about it, because that's the only escapism.
That's true.
Like,
we're
thinking about celebrities is escapism.
Bored as hell hiding in like U-Bahn tunnels, or like,
oh my God,
or like bombing is happening. So we're gonna have to think about this stuff, I guess. No, guys, I'm going home if war starts. Just so you know.
Yeah, you don't think it'd reach?
Even if it does, I'd rather it reach me there than here.
You know, the unfortunate thing is I think it would reach me pretty fast because my parents live in The Hague.
Yeah, and that's a sensitive place.
It's
an interesting.
That's like the U.S. has threatened to bomb that place before.
Yeah. So the Hague Act, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Or the Hague Pact.
It's because it's where the International Court is.
Yes. Interesting place.
International Peace Court.
Yeah, man.
Which is so funny because if you go to that city, you'd be like, okay, it's not really that important. Like, the streets are so fucking quiet.
Maybe that's the point.
Yeah. I guess.
They didn't want to put something very important in, like, fucking Alexanderplatz.
It is kind of funny, though, going to an international school because I, like, knew someone whose dad was, like, one of the lead lawyers on this, like, genocide case.
That's crazy.
I was like, I went to high school with you. Also, one of the smartest people I've ever met. She was wonderful. But, like, her dad was the lead lawyer. And one of these Bosnian, Serbian genocide cases, like, from the 70s, 80s. Ooh, like, mass graves and shit. I was like, I know you.
That's what your dad's working on. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is very crazy. Oh. Yeah, guys, I'm exhausted from all of this. I also...
How long have we been going for?
I don't know.
It won't
It's
say.
very hard to figure out on GarageBand. I don't know what those numbers mean. We are using GarageBand. But what did I want to say? I've said that, I think, 15 times in this podcast. Yeah, I'm just really bad at keeping track of thoughts. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Dude, I think maybe I might potentially be on an ADHD spectrum. Potentially, I think.
Potentially.
Shut up, bro. Okay, everyone that I've talked, like, I'm being vulnerable here, and every time I've talked to someone about it, they're like, oh, potentially, like, yeah. Like, I didn't. It's just, these days, there's so many things that are so apparent to me where I will talk to someone else about it, and they're like, yeah, it never happens to me.
It's like me with autism.
I guess
we're
so.
Autism ADHD duo.
I guess
Look at us.
so, man. Combined with Luna. Shout out to Luna.
So she's mixed with ADHD.
Luna is mixed, man. That's the Spanish and the German in it.
You're right.
Yeah. Love my friends.
Yeah, but it's become apparent to you recently?
Yeah, I think even us talking about me saying, oh, I was about to say something, my brain just won't stop moving forward and thinking of other shit, and it's really hard to keep track of stuff, and I don't know. I'm really sorry to anyone that's listening, because it might not be the most fun thing to listen to, where I will blank out mid-sentence like that.
But I'm sure it appeals to some people.
Maybe
We
for some
could be
people,
a little niche.
I'm enough brain rot for them that they put down the TikTok and pick up the Bible.
Ooh. You should quote that one. We should get a t-shirt with that.
There's an American governor who tweeted one time, put down the Fortnite, pick up the Bible. And just think of it as the Fortnite was very funny.
Put down the TikTok. Pick up the Bible. Man.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get hungry.
Me too. I can hear that you're starting to get hungry.
And what's funny is because I usually don't. I haven't had a stomach rumble from hunger in weeks. My God, this podcast stuff is really, really difficult.
It's really hard, guys.
We watched Bodies a couple of days ago.
I think I'd rather do a 9 to 5 than do this shit. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. You watched Bodies a couple of days ago?
Yeah.
Was that your first time watching it?
No, I watched it. It was a rewatch. But I love when she talks about the podcast and how much her friend hates her podcast. And it's about being with your coolest and funniest friend. It's really hard. Podcasting is really hard. You have to make a Google Calendar, and you have to get the people together, and you have to build the following. And that's exactly how I feel.
You know how hard it has been?
Her drama, I understand it.
You know how hard it's been to set up today? It's taken us 3 months, guys. You go to work every single day, okay? You know how easy that is to get on the train and go to work and then go home? We had to fight for 3 months to figure this out, okay?
We're like real heroes. I feel like we should be given actual credit for the work we do.
We should be. You guys will never get it though. You guys will never get it because you're lazy. Because no one wants to fucking work these days.
You know what's funny though is like I really want to work.
Yeah, same. I need to.
I desperately need it for not only the money's reason, the money, but I also need it for like some kind of structure. I need a goal. I've become so like hopeless about the future and my career and what I want, and if I want to be, I don't know, on like a social media, if I want to have a social media presence to help my career, or if that's gonna fuck up my career actually, that I'm just like I just need to work. I need to like get out of this like going to school unemployed and like constantly scared of the future and just like work.
And just shut up the what ifs.
Yeah, and just like do stuff.
And that's
just
why
do it.
That's why I'm doing this podcast, man, because the what if was, yo, what if you and Tate made, and I was so in my head about that what if that I just said, fine, let me just do it then. Let me just do it. Yeah. The what ifs are very loud. Yeah.
What if you get cancelled?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say cancer, because I was talking about that like 2 days ago. What if I get cancelled?
Bro, that's terrifying to me. I actually don't think I've done anything crazy enough to get cancelled, but the idea of like having someone decide whether or not you are worth being a person in public is terrifying. That's
kind of true. I mean, I think that being cancelled is kind of all down to how you present yourself.
Yeah.
Like I think recently there've been quite a few creators who maybe presented themselves in a way that when their actions came to light, hey, I'm not saying that this is a blanket term because some people committed crimes. I'm just saying that, I mean, if you present yourself as
it's like the whole like the wife guy phenomenon.
Exactly. Where they always cheat because I just like,
they talk and yap about how much they love their wives and how they're everything, and they make whole shows about them, and then boom, they cheated the whole time.
Yeah, but you know how many people cheat? A lot. But,
a lot more than I thought.
But you aren't as surprised by those people because they're not like, ooh, I love my wife.
They don't act like it's above them.
Wife. Yeah. And I guess that's kind of it, is like, if you just act racist, no one's going to be surprised when it happens, you know?
Fair.
Yeah. Let that be a lesson, Tate Boston.
I'll take that one to heart.
Yeah. You can say it.
No.
Yeah. I didn't even finish, bro.
Nuh-uh.
You can say it, man. I give you the pass, bro. That's all you need. Do you feel like, last question, I guess, do you feel your brain matches your age? Like your brain age, your mental age matches your numerical age, your physical age, according to the government?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Yes and no. Yes, because like I cannot imagine myself as anything older than 21 in like the way I act and hold myself in public spaces.
Yeah.
But also just came off meds and like realized, wow, I feel so emotionally stunted. I feel like so much younger than I actually am because I did not process anything that happened to me in the last 4 years.
So you think you're like 17 mentally?
Like sometimes I really do. But then I think about myself at 17, I was like, fuck, I'm like much better than that.
I am not 17. Yeah, no, I understand that.
But then again, I think about, I'm like, I guess every 21-year-old feels like this. Am I 21?
Yes, you are 21.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I'm 22,
I'm
man.
21.
It's a bit of a nothing age, 22, to be honest.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. But it's okay.
That's fucked up, actually.
I want to blend in.
I don't want to be... Oh, I'm not ready to be 21. I've already been for a few months.
Yep. I'm 22, man. I think it's one thing I struggle with where I...
What the fuck?
It's really hard to cut myself slack and be like, oh, every 22-year-old is this dumb, when I have 19 and 20-year-old friends who are like on their shit.
Fuck all of our friends who are younger than us and have their shit together.
Like, shout out to Sue, because
sometimes I forget she's not older than us.
she is such a hard worker. And at least, here's the thing. The reason why I'm so critical of myself is I spend 24 hours of every single day with myself, and I don't see how she spends her time. So at least to me, like, Sue's work ethic is phenomenal. Same with who else is younger than us with a crazy work ethic? Antonio, Will.
It's gonna be so rude when all the people who are
Sasha.
younger.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's so funny of all the friends we have who are younger and that we didn't name are like, what about me?
Yeah, but like, these are the people that do stuff that I want to do.
Okay.
That's why I think about them in particular.
Yeah.
And they are, I almost said, a lot younger than me. They're younger than me and do things that I want to do in a much more efficient way, in a much more consistent way. And but then at the same time, I also have friends who are older than me, who have the same issues as me. And it's like, are we the bums or are they freaks of nature?
I honestly think, though, that most of the people we know that are younger than us, that work so hard, are kind of freaks.
Freaks of nature.
Yeah, they are freaks.
Definitely. Freaks.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we know that.
Oh, bro, I don't want to think about that.
The downside of us being the way we are is we know too much about our friends' personal lives, and sometimes it really, backfires.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got what we asked for.
We begged for it for months.
Yeah, for months we begged.
Too much about one of our homies, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to be fair, now it feels more even because he knows too much about me.
But he knew too much about you because you couldn't shut the fuck up. Exactly.
When I was drunk, I kept talking. Mm-hmm. And those were the consequences.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they are freaks of nature, I think.
They are freaks of nature, I think, too.
Also, just products of their environment.
Of the 4 people I mentioned, 100%. Yeah. So,
I'm also so glad I'm not like that. Even though I wish sometimes I was. I wish I could work as hard and for as long. Once it hits 7 o'clock, there's no work getting done for the rest of the night.
Yeah, my brain
no
just
matter
turns
how
off.
much I push myself, it's not fucking happening.
Mm-hmm.
But then these guys will keep working past midnight, and I'm like, why and how? And thank God I'm not that. But also, I want to be, because imagine the shit I could get done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think my confusion about whether I am neurotypical or neurodivergent also adds to the frustration, because how do I say this? Where am I inefficient at doing the things I want to do because I'm just bad at it? And when is it because of stuff that isn't normal?
When is it my disorder and when is it me?
Yes, exactly. So, for example, I am generally a clean person, but there's sometimes when there'll be, for example, one of the shelves where I keep my camera stuff is so dusty right now, and I don't remember the last time I cleaned it, because I never remember the last time I cleaned it. And it's when is that me just being lazy and dirty, and when is that potentially something that hinders my memory?
Yeah.
I guess we will know if I just go to the doctor. Goddamn.
Every time I have a conversation with someone and they make a joke and I just genuinely I don't catch on, I'm and then I get defensive when they realize I haven't catch on and they think it's funny. I'm oh, am I not catching on to things because it's potentially autism? And I'm getting defensive because, it's not something I can control. Or is it just because, I, stupid, just didn't get it, and now I'm, mad that I'm being made fun for something I didn't get?
Oh, yeah, that happens to me all the time as well. Yeah.
Because as soon as someone realizes I didn't get it, I get so fucking defensive.
Once I realize I'm being perceived by anyone, really.
Yeah, in a way that I don't want to be, or, I didn't expect to be.
Yeah.
Guys.
It's rough.
Guys, I'm killing myself.
Yeah. Oh. You heard it here first, guys. If this doesn't get 50 plays, the few of you that heard it,
Oh, especially if it's in front of a group of people.
That's at its worst, yeah.
Because, if someone points out that I didn't get a joke and you're around me, that's fine. I'm like, yeah, Henry will get it. But if it's someone else that I'm not, as close to, I'll be like, no, wait, what if they think I'm stupid?
Yes.
Now I gotta fight extra hard to prove. But then I look more stupid because I'm fighting it rather than just accepting it.
Why am I proving myself to this random person?
Yes!
It doesn't matter. But it does. It matters so much, Tate.
Or if it's a friend that says it whilst around other friends. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I feel like
what if this one moment's gonna prove to them that I'm stupid and I don't know anything in life and that I am...
I think I'm a bad friend for that. I think I make fun of people in public spaces too often. And that needs to change. But maybe I'm in my head about that. But when it comes to matters like that, I don't want to give myself the benefit of the doubt. I'll just be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also say a lot of shit that just slips out, and I really just think it's a completely neutral statement or a fact.
Yes.
And then someone gets upset, and I'm like, oh.
Whoops.
Oh.
My bad, y'all.
That's not what I meant. But it doesn't matter what I meant because you feel that way.
Exactly.
And even if I try and say out loud what I really meant, the more I say, the more I'm like, wow, this actually sounds like I'm a horrible person.
Yeah.
It only makes sense as a statement in my head, not out loud, because it's not a statement. It's just me making a subjective observation.
Yeah.
And I did that a lot. I still do that a lot.
We gang for real. This is so fun.
Neurodivergency.
This life thing is really fun. And with that being said, guys, thank you for listening to us. I think there's a vacuum going off.
Yes.
Music being played next door.
There's an ambulance.
And an ambulance, yeah. Which is great, man. That's just Berlin that's just Berlin. Oh, and there's a tram. That's just Berlin in a nutshell, baby. It's been Tulani. It's been Tate.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, you can follow us at all of our stuff. It's in the show notes.
And this is for our friend Stella, who kept asking for the next podcast episode.
Yeah, shout out to you, Stella. Episode 3, here we go. Hopefully I'll get this done in less than 5 months. And we can record more. But yeah, stay safe. Go on walks.
Don't be too harsh on yourself.
Yeah.
There's a 50% chance everyone else is feeling the same shit as you.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. And I don't know, trust that the people around you don't perceive you as horribly as you perceive yourself. Have a good day, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.